Today on BladeHQ.com, we're taking a look at the Winkler Knives 2. I want to give you kind of an overview of the brand and show you a few of the products because they're very pretty, very stellar tools. Everything we're going to take a look at is made by Daniel Winkler. He, back in the 70s, decided he wanted to make himself some 18th century woodsman tools. And so he kind of goes for an authentic look in his stuff. It's very pretty, very minimalistic is what I'd call it. Just pulling these out of the boxes, they're just gorgeous. They have a great look to them. They even smell like, I don't know, they smell like the shop, which I think is pretty sweet. I've got grit all over my hands from them. Just, I don't know if they've treated these scales with something, but just beautiful, beautiful stuff. And they just, man, I feel like more of a man after holding these and just kind of taking a look at them. Not that I need any more manliness in my life. I work at a knife shop, but these are very cool. Anyway, we're going to take a look at the brand. We'll look at a couple of different variations, different things that they've got going on, and we'll go from there. I'll try to make it as quick as possible. First of all, we're going to take a look at this belt knife. Very cool. The sheath, also very stellar. I'll hit on that in just a minute. Overall length on this one, 9 inches, 7.2 ounces on the weight. The blade steel is 5160. The ergos on this are just stellar. It's got this rubber handle on it, handle scales, and they feel good. I think that's what's rubbing off on my hands here. I picked it up and it was like, wow, that feels awesome in the hand. The jimping there is fairly aggressive. It feels good. Show you that grip right there. Just very, very nice. 7.2 ounces on this one. Blade length 4 3/4 inches. Now I wanted to mention the sheath. It's an all leather sheath and it's got embedded kydex in it. So you can kind of see the layers there. One of those layers is kydex, which is pretty darn cool. I like it. It just feels solid. This is the kind of tool that you feel like, man, you can use it, wear it out. I mean, use it like crazy and it's not going to wear out. I think it's just going to get better with age. He designs his tools to be able to pass on to your kids, which I think is a pretty cool gig. Let's take a look at one more knife here. He's got a little neck knife. And this one has, I believe it's a rubberized handle. Very cool as well. Skeleton frame. No scales or anything. Very thick. Right in there. Just a lot of craftsmanship goes into these. He used to do all of his work hand forged, but he's kind of moved into, this is the Winkler 2 series, and with this line of knives, he has moved into stock removal instead. This one comes with a pretty sweet sheath, a ball chain, so put it around your neck, put it around your belt, however you want to roll with it. This one is 7 inches. This is the fixed neck knife. Very thick. Let me pull the calipers out. I'm just curious how thick that blade is. 0.24. It's almost a 1/4 inch. Stellar. Very, very nice. Very thick. Winkler Knives 2 there on the blade. And most of his Winkler knives stuff, well, all of it is hand forged. Beautiful. These are stock removal. So very pretty there. I pulled out some of his tomahawks, his hawks, his axes, and I saw the pictures online. Sometimes I don't see the items before the pictures go up, and so I pulled these out. Just very impressed. I don't think the pictures do them justice. Look how thick that handle is, the steel there. Full tang. Very, very thick. Let me pull out the calipers. Thickness 0.8 inches. Very, very cool. This one runs for $575. This is called the Stealth Axe. And it's just gorgeous. Fit and finish. Kind of has a rough sort of feel to it. But then you get it, like it looks a little bit rough, like woodsman-y, if that's a word. Then you get it in your hand and it's just beautiful work. Very impressed by it. Sorry, I keep saying I'm impressed by it, but I am. Sometimes I pull things off the shelf and I just have to rave about them. The sheath here, pretty cool. So it just slides in there. and then it's got this little cord, elasticized cord that you pull up and roll with it like that. And looks like you can turn that into a belt loop however you want to roll with it. So very cool. That's the Stealth. And then this one was the one that really attracted my attention. I don't know if I'm going to pronounce it right. The Winkler. Check this blade out. It's kind of a hawk. Overall length on this one is 13 inches. Bam! Check that puppy out. Hardcore, full tang, great feel. Just feels great in the hand. Just beautiful. The weight on this one is 1 pound, 6 ounces. Now check out that blade style. The head style there. I'm trying to look and see what that would be for. And I don't know. So tell me. Maple handle on this one. If you know what that head is for, I'm curious. That's why I pulled this one out. It was like, wow, that's really something. Winkler knives too. Insignia there. Just feels great. The weight is all in the head there. And if you're choking up, man, that feels good too. Great ergos on these things. Very impressed. So I kind of wanted to just give you a quick brand overview. I like it. Daniel Winkler gets a lot of his stuff, well, not a lot of his stuff, he gets a lot of his inspiration for these newer designs from the military. This one in particular, the belt knife. This one is $350. This crazy head axe is $835 on the cost and $175 for this one. And last but not least, $575 for this. So fairly expensive, but these have that handmade feel to them. Great fit and finish. Just very manly sort of tools. Very impressed by it. Anyway, if you have any questions on them, feel free to leave them in the comments. Happy to answer any of those if I can. And if you have any knife requests that you want to see in the future, be sure to let me know. Leave it in the comments. Be sure to buy these knives at BladeHQ.com. Buy it now.